Peggy and David were putting together the collection and building their lives, it was always with the idea that these works would live with them, they would enjoy them, but then they would go back out into the world.
And TRT World's editor-at-large, Craig Capitas, joins us now from Miami. Hello there, Craig. Amazing auction, record-breaking. Why has it created such a buzz and generated so much cash?
Well, certainly generated more money than buying a Elvis felt painting off of eBay. I mean, the money here, the interest is remarkable. It has to do with provenance, is what the art critics have been telling me, the art experts. The fact of the matter is that the Rockefellers had great taste. So everything they bought, which had a provenance of its own, such as the Napoleon tea set, which they bought for peanuts in the day and ended up selling for $1.8 million, it had a certain class, a cachet to it, that the market really wanted to get. It wasn't instant art. It was historical art. It was classy. It was good looking. And a Rockefeller owned it.
Does this not smack a little bit of beauty being in the eye of the beholder, though? I mean, you describe it in these terms as classy and beautiful and everything. But how much of this is so subjective?
Well, it's subjective to the point of provenance. Once an art object has provenance to it, it goes up in sale. You take the Picasso for $115 million. That had provenance before the Rockefellers bought it. The moment they bought it, that provenance went up. The price went up. It's akin to something if a painting, for example, hangs in the White House, that adds to the provenance and the value goes up. The difference is you put it up. Let's put what the Rockefellers were selling up against something like Damien Hirst's The Physical Impossibility of Death in the Mind of Someone Living, which was a stuffed shark in a bath of formaldehyde put in a tank that sold for $12 million in 1991. Now, the question is that going to have the same sort of provenance in 50 years' time as what we've seen in the Rockefeller auction? And although the jury is out on that, many of the art critics, art experts say, no, it won't.
Okay. But at the same time, though, I mean, when you talk about provenance, what you're essentially saying is that these pieces have a story behind them. But who's to say that pieces like Damien Hirst's Shark also don't have a story to tell?
Well, not only does Damien Hirst's Shark not have a story to tell, it started to rot many years ago. They had to take it out of the tank, gut its insides and stuff some kind of plastic thing in there, and then rewrap the skin around it. When you look at the items on the Rockefeller list, you know, you have your Matisse, your Monet, but you also have stuff like a silver ice pail, which sold for 40 times its estimate. $50,000 it sold for because it was a classic, beautiful thing. An armchair that had been listed for $250 ended up selling for $8,750. These are remarkable price tags, and they're due to provenance. My favorite one was a 14-karat gold money clip, which they were going to sell, estimate $1,200. It sold for $75,000,
Wow.
which is more cash than the money clip could actually hold.
Wow, amazing. Bottom line is check your attic very carefully for any armchairs that might be up there.